Welcome back, horror friends. Sorry about the delay, but I have been feeling great, and I'm wearing an eye patch because my socket is swollen and I can't put my glass eye in. This isn't a fashion statement. It's kind of necessary. I'm sure you guys don't want to see my nasty, messed up eye, so let's go. In theaters this Friday is Priest. It is a action horror based on the Korean comic book series of the same title, Priest. It was pushed back from 2010 to be converted from 2D into 3D. 3D doesn't matter to me. No depth perception. On DVD for May 10th, 2011, first up we have Black Death. It's from Magnolia Pictures, and it looks to be a medieval demons versus God, religious undertones movie where it looks pretty good. Check out the trailer below. All the trailers obviously will be below for all this week's movies, and this one looks pretty darn good. Blood Junkie is a trauma film. In 1989, a bunch of teenagers looked to go out into isolation, out in the middle of nowhere to party, and they come across some sketchy people with bad intentions. So that's on DVD. From Breaking Glass Pictures comes a documentary of a real-life child killer from the late 70s, early 80s, called Cropsy. Now, I watched this documentary on Hulu a couple months back, and I remember the tone was fantastic. The creepiness of the real-life, true horror elements to this is creepy. You know, imagine an urban legend of a boogeyman in your neck of the woods, so to speak, being real. And this documentary goes back over the facts and the case, and is the man who's behind bars for it, is he really guilty? Is he innocent and just wrong place, wrong time, wrong look? I don't know. I say you draw your own conclusions and check it out. It's a really good documentary, and I suggest you see it. Angry Baby Monkey Pictures brings us Dahmer vs. Gacy. Watch the trailer because it's hard to piece together the point and the plot of this film. From what I understand, the government has been cloning serial killers for God knows why would you do that? Why? Cloning serial killers. And Dahmer and Gacy seem to team up, but then they seem to be battling each other, and there's so many different elements in this. It looks very convoluted, but it looks like a fun group movie to watch with your friends and to make fun of or enjoy with your friends, so check it out. Magnolia Pictures brings us the Korean horror film I Saw the Devil. This trailer had me wanting more. This trailer was, to borrow a word from the trailer, was hypnotic. I want to see this movie. It's hard to describe. It looks like a man who had his family and everything ripped from him stalks the killer who took away his life to take revenge. It looks like the killer survives. I kind of think the killer takes this as a sign and he starts a whole new life, but the original guy finds out. I don't know. It looks really cool. I can't really explain it, but I do want to get my hands on this one. Troma Films is releasing this week Killer Yacht Party. There's a killer on a yacht during a party. Is it a ghost? I don't know. Neither do they. That's on DVD. Image Pictures is releasing The Violent Kind this Tuesday. This movie reminds me a lot of House at the Edge of the Park. If you've seen that, kind of Last House on the Left-ish, where a bunch of psychopaths invade a home and murder and kill and torture. It is brought to you by the Butcher Brothers, apparently, who are the directors of this film. I don't know what to make of it. I truly don't. I'm not sure if I want to see it or not. Sometimes those very brutal graphic films are a little too much for my personal taste. So I try to avoid the real torturous. I've seen Hostel and I've seen Terroristas and the Saw films, but like the original Last House on the Left, there's just something about it that it's not really unnerving. It's just a little too graphic for my own personal tastes. So this seems like one of those films, The Violent Kind, on DVD. This week's classic horror movie trailer is Puppet Master. I love the Puppet Master movies, even though they kind of get weaker the farther they go. But I still love them, and I love Full Moon Pictures just like as much as I love Troma. Excuse me. And Troma's got a couple releases this week with Blood Junkie and Killer Yacht Party. Sorry, almost drew a blank there. Killer Yacht Party and Blood Junkie, which, come on, you can't go wrong with Troma when you're looking for cheese. When you're looking for cheeseball horror, Troma's the best. Next up would be Full Moon, and I love both of them equally. So check out the trailer below. This Friday, in case you haven't looked at a calendar or don't know, is Friday the 13th. Spooky, huh? Well, anyway, my question to you, I'm going to end this week with a question. My question is, are you doing anything horror related to celebrate this Friday the 13th? I think I'm going to have a movie marathon. Depends on what's going on with the kids and Amy and everyone else, but I think I want to watch a bunch of horror movies this Friday. What about you? You doing anything to celebrate Friday the 13th, horror-wise? That's all for this week, so enjoy horror. I'll try to be more on time next week. All the trailers and stuff are below for this week's movies, and I'll see you next week. For now, I'm Marv. Bye.